Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Ultra Ride Book set from Kamen Rider Saber. This is our first Saber premium Bandai release set, so that's kind of fun. This is basically a 3-pack of kind of the villain ride books. You can see Disas featured very prominently here on the front, and this is his book. Definitely the most reoccurring character out of these 3 books. We get the Gunsekio Golem Ultra Ride book, of course the Disas book, and then Ari Kirigirisu. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But basically these guys were just monsters of the week, and then Disas has actually had some longevity, so his book is the most exciting as well. It has more sounds than the other 2. But yeah, packaging's not too super fancy, just kind of shows you what you can expect. Batteries are included. You get 2 batteries per book, so appreciate that. But yeah, so let's go ahead, let's get these guys out of the box here, and we'll take a closer look. So here are the 3 books. We'll start over here with the Gunsekio Golem. And I've always really liked the designs of these. It kind of reminds me of like the Necronomicon from the Evil Dead series or something like that. The way it's like some kind of material like stretched out, but it's got like slash marks on it. It's just kind of a cool design. Now, one thing I will point out, these do not have QR codes, not on the back and not on the inside. But they did include them separately, like a sticker sheet of the 3 QR codes. So if you really need them and you want to go ahead and apply them somewhere on the book, you can. I'm not 100% sure how you determine which one is which, but I'm sure there's a way to figure it out. I personally don't care about the QR codes. They don't do anything for me, so I just left them in the box. But they are in the box, so if that is something that's important to you, you absolutely can apply them to these books. But pretty cool design here, fairly simple, just kind of mostly black with a little bit of brown here on the spine. This is where you pull the tab out for the batteries, which are included. Here's the speaker. Here is the silver book emblem to be read by the sword. So if we go ahead and open this up, we can hit the button underneath here. So the first pushback of the cover and the button do the same thing, but there is a second pushback of the cover. And the silver paint here for the chains, I think, looks really sharp. I like that. So you can see if you do it a third time, it just loops back around. And then if we go ahead and hit the button over here to pop this open, you can see you have some nice silver paint here for the chains again. And then you have a picture of the golem, which I think looks pretty cool. So that's really all this does on its own. But of course, we do have some functionality with the sword driver. We'll get to in a minute. I'm gonna save Disas for last, haha, because it rhymes, but also because it's easily the most interesting. This one has about the same level of functionality as the Golem. So we have the Ari Kirigirisu, and again you have that really cool like design with the kind of stretched out material with shredded. All looks kind of neat. Again, batteries, speaker, book emblem, all the same there. So you can hear there that it just goes around. Again, I like the silver paint for the chains. I think that looks really nice. And then if we go ahead and flip this open again. There we go. Looks like you have some bugs there. Looks like a grasshopper and an ant. So pretty cool pictures inside. I think they look pretty neat. I really just overall like the design of the kind of shredded evil book. I think that's a really neat design. Let's go ahead and check out Disas. So right off the bat, you can tell these two have the same kind of black and brown color scheme, while Disas has kind of a maroonish burgundy with a black spine, so it definitely stands apart from the others. I really like the sticker on the front. I think that looks really cool, and these are a sticker on all 3, but it looks pretty good. Come around to the back, very similar. You have the battery cover, you have the speaker, you have the silver book emblem there for the chip to be read by the sword. If we hit the button underneath, so there we go. Open this up. You can see Disas behind the chains there. I'm kind of bummed that these weren't also painted silver. I think that would have looked really good. I don't really know why they didn't. Maybe it's the aesthetic on the show and I just don't remember. I mean, honestly, we've seen Disas a few times, but I don't really remember how many times we've seen the book. It feels like it's been a while since we've actually seen it. So maybe this is what it looks like on the show and I just don't remember. That's very possible. But I would have liked to have seen those painted silver, in my opinion. I thought it looked really sharp on the other two books. So if we go ahead and we hit this. So we get the disaster, phrase there again. If we keep going, we do get 12 other phrases. So you get that crazy attacks on there, which I think is a lot of fun. So then we're back around to the beginning. So it definitely has more phrases than the other two because it's kind of a more prominent book to the story. And then if we go ahead and flip this open, you can see there is Disas. And again, all black, no silver, which is kind of a bummer, but still a pretty cool looking book in my opinion. So let's go ahead, we'll bring in the sword driver and get some more additional sounds. First we'll start up with Gunsekio Golem. I'm going to bring in Brave Dragon. I don't think much is going to happen here, but I want to at least give it a shot. So it just kind of plays the sounds together. I didn't know if it would have some kind of like incompatibility noise or anything like that. That's what I was mostly trying for, but it just kind of puts them together like it would any other two books. Next up, we'll do Ari Kirigirisu. So I'm not going to bother using Brave Dragon on this one. It's going to give you the same kind of thing as it did with the Golem. I guess that's pretty much it for this one on its own. Alright, so now let's check out Disas. Now, I don't know, the directions definitely say that this is supposed to do something when you push this back. I've tried it on all three now. It doesn't make any additional noises. Let me see if I hit the trigger first. Nope. All right, so I looked into it a little bit more. I don't know what's going on. Maybe mine's a little defective or something like that. But the videos I've seen of other people using these, you push the book and it makes noise. And I've done it with other books in the past and haven't had that much of an issue. But it seems like with all three of mine, I have to really jam the cover almost into the like plate of the sword here. And then it kind of sets this off when it's not supposed to. It's just supposed to play the sounds from the book. So again, I don't know if mine are a little bugged, but I'll show you from what I best I can do what's supposed to happen. So if we put this in, so then we're supposed to put this back in, and then I'm supposed to push this. Now see, for some reason it sets the sword off. It's not supposed to set the sword off. I don't really know why it does. Then, so let's try this. Basically what it does is it does the disaster, name, and then it's supposed to do the attack. So I can probably get it to do the attack. But see, again, it sets the sword off in the middle, which it's not supposed to do. I could probably just turn the sword off. We'll try it this way. So in a way, it's nice because it's a way to get from, the name to the attack without having to go through all the other 12 sounds or 11 sounds, whatever it turns out to be. So that's nice. I don't know why it keeps setting off the sword. It wants it to keep doing the transformation again. I don't know if mine, it honestly might be my sword because from time to time my sword acts up and I've gone through more batteries on this thing than any driver I've ever had. So something's going on with these swords. But in any case, you can at least get the name and the attack sound by using it by just pushing the cover of the book like that. Now we'll try all three together. See if I can get this to do what it's supposed to do. keeps setting off the sword. I don't know why. So at the end of the day, it's an okay set. I wouldn't say it's so amazing, but I really like the physical design of the books. I think that's a really cool, like tattered and worn and ripped and evil looking book, which I think is kind of neat. The sound effects are decent. Obviously, Disas has more sound effects than the other two. His like extra phrases are pretty nice. The two black books don't have too much going on in terms of playability, but they do have some decent sounds, and I do again really like the aesthetic of them. I don't know what's going on with the driver, and you're supposed to be able to push the cover of the book back to get those sounds. The videos I've seen don't activate the sword driver. They just kind of do the sounds the way they're supposed to. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if the book's doing something wrong. I don't know if the sword driver is kind of busted. But I will say that I feel like out of all the drivers I've had in recent years, the sword driver really is taking some wear and tear. And I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong with it. I just feel like it goes through batteries really quickly and it malfunctions every once in a while. I don't know. It's just maybe not the best engineered driver in the history of Rider. I guess we'll see how it holds up over time. But in any case, I think this set is pretty cool. It wasn't too expensive from what I remember. It was like around $50, and that's with middleman fees and shipping and everything. And when you think about the fact that a DX Wonder Ride book is probably about $10. If these were retail, you'd probably be looking at 30. So when you put in the fact that it's premium Bandai with middleman fees, shipping, and all that, I feel like 50 is not too bad of a price for it. It's really just going to be up to you if you're a completionist or not. I don't think this is one that everyone needs. It doesn't have a ton of functionality. I think the Disas book is cool. Obviously, that's got the most functionality. The other two are just kind of supporting players, but I still think they're neat. I'm glad I have them in my collection. The price wasn't too astronomical in my opinion, so I feel like it was worth grabbing. This is definitely something you could probably find on Mandarake or Yahoo Japan auctions, in a couple months or a year for, $30, $40, something like that, maybe even less. And then I think it would be even more worth picking up. So it's kind of just up to you. Do you need it? How quickly do you need it? Your mileage is going to vary. But I think it's a decent little set. Like I said, not a ton going on in terms of functionality, but I do think it's kind of cool, and I love the aesthetic of the three books. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.